Have you ever finished a shadowing session, taken off your headphones, and thought, I practiced for 20 minutes today? But the next time you tried speaking English, nothing felt different. The words still didn't come naturally. Your pronunciation still sounded uncertain. And when someone asked you a simple question, you froze again. If that has happened to you, I want you to know something. The problem probably isn't your English, and it isn't because shadowing doesn't work. The real problem is much simpler. You've been practicing the wrong way. And today, I'm going to help you fix that because one small change in the way you shadow can completely change the results you get. Hello, my wonderful friends. Welcome back to Always Learn with English. I'm Hannah, and I'm so happy you're here. If your dream is to speak English naturally without translating every sentence in your head, then today's lesson might be one of the most important videos you'll watch. Shadowing is one of my favorite learning methods. I've recommended it to hundreds of learners. And yes, it really works. But here's the truth that many YouTube videos never tell you. Shadowing is powerful only when you respect the process. Many learners spend weeks, sometimes even months, repeating English every day, yet they see almost no improvement. Not because they aren't working hard, but because they're making the same mistakes again and again without realizing it. Today, we're going to fix those mistakes together. By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly how to shadow the right way. So every minute you practice actually moves you closer to speaking fluent English. So let's begin with the biggest mistake of all. Mistake number one, choosing English that's too difficult. Let me tell you about someone. A few months ago, one of my students sent me a message. She said, Hannah, I've been shadowing every single day for almost 2 months. I smiled and asked, That's amazing. What are you practicing? She sent me a fast interview from an American TV show. People were speaking naturally, interrupting each other, using slang, and talking incredibly fast. Honestly, even many intermediate learners would struggle with it. So I asked her one simple question. Do you understand everything they're saying? She replied, Not really, maybe half. And right there, I found the real problem. Many learners believe difficult English helps them improve faster. It sounds logical, but your brain doesn't learn that way. Imagine trying to learn basketball by playing against NBA players on your first day. Would you improve? Probably not. You'd spend the whole game trying to survive. English works exactly the same way. When the audio is too difficult, your brain uses all its energy just trying to recognize the words. There's nothing left for pronunciation. Nothing left for rhythm. Nothing left for natural speaking. Instead of building confidence, you build frustration. And after a few days, many learners start believing, maybe shadowing just isn't for me. But that's not true. The content is the problem, not you, the better way. Choose English that's comfortable, not too easy, not too difficult. If you already understand around 90% of the audio, that's perfect because now your brain isn't fighting to understand. It's free to notice something much more important: how the speaker connects words, how the voice rises and falls, how Americans naturally stress important words. That's where real improvement begins. Remember, shadowing isn't a vocabulary test, it's pronunciation training. Quick reality check. Let me ask you something. When you choose an English video, do you choose it because it sounds impressive or because it's actually right for your level? Be honest with yourself. Sometimes the smartest learners are the ones willing to practice easier English because easy practice done correctly always beats difficult practice done poorly. Mistake number two, speaking before you really listen. Now, here's another mistake almost everyone makes. They press play and immediately start repeating. No preparation, no careful listening, just copying sounds as quickly as possible. At first, it feels productive. Your mouth is moving, you're speaking English, so you think you're improving. But are you really? Think about learning a new song. Would you sing it perfectly the very first time you heard it? Of course not. First, you listen. You notice the rhythm. You notice where the singer pauses. You notice the emotion. Only after that do you begin singing along. English worked exactly the same way. Language isn't only words. Language has music, it has rhythm, it has emotion. If you skip that first listening step, you're only copying noises, not communication. Here's what you should do instead. Before shadowing, listen to the entire clip once. Don't repeat anything. Just pay attention. Ask yourself, how fast is the speaker talking? Where do they pause? Which words do they emphasize? Do they sound excited, relaxed, curious, confident? These little details are exactly what make native English sound natural. Then, play the audio again. Now shadow it. You'll be surprised how much smoother your speaking feels. Now we fixed the first two mistakes, but believe it or not, the next mistake is the one that secretly keeps thousands of English learners stuck for years, and most people don't even realize they're doing it. Let's uncover that together. Mistake number 3. Practicing too long without real focus. Let me ask you something. Have you ever told yourself, today I'm going to practice English for 1 whole hour? You start feeling excited. The first 10 minutes go well. Then your mind begins to wander. You replay the audio, but you're no longer paying attention. Your mouth keeps moving, but your brain has already checked out. Has that ever happened to you? If it has, you're not lazy. You're simply mentally tired. And once your attention disappears, real learning almost stops. Imagine going to the gym. The first few exercises feel strong, but after a while, your muscles become exhausted. You could keep lifting the weights, but your form would get worse. The same thing happens during shadowing. After a certain point, you're no longer training, you're just repeating sounds. And repeating without attention creates very little improvement. The better way? Instead of forcing yourself to shadow for 40 or 50 minutes, try something much simpler. Practice for about 10 or 15 minutes, but give those minutes your full attention. Listen carefully, speak clearly, stay focused. Then stop. Come back later if you want another session. Your brain loves short, high-quality practice much more than long, distracted practice. Remember, it's not about how long you practice, it's about how deeply you practice. Now, I'm about to share the mistake that changed everything for one of my students. At first, she hated doing it. Honestly, most people do. But after only a few weeks, her pronunciation improved faster than ever before. So what was the secret? Mistake number 4. Never recording your own voice. Let's be honest, almost nobody enjoys listening to their own voice. The first time I recorded myself speaking, I immediately thought, do I really sound like that? Maybe you felt the same way. It feels strange, a little uncomfortable, sometimes even embarrassing. So what do most learners do? They avoid recording themselves completely. And that's the huge mistake. Because when you only hear yourself while speaking, your brain misses many small pronunciation problems. Maybe you're stressing the wrong word. Maybe your rhythm sounds unnatural. Maybe you're adding extra sounds without noticing. You'll never know unless you hear yourself from the listener's perspective. The better way? Once or twice a week, record just 30 or 60 seconds. That's all. Then compare your recording with the original speaker. Don't try to find 20 mistakes. Just notice 2. Maybe today's goal is clearer pronunciation. Maybe next week it's smoother rhythm. Small improvements, repeated consistently, create big results over time. So far, we've talked about pronunciation, listening, practice, and feedback. But here's one final mistake, and this one is probably the biggest reason why some learners practice for months, yet still freeze during real conversations. Mistake number 5: shadowing but never actually speaking. Imagine someone who watches cooking videos every day. They know every recipe, they know every ingredient, they know every cooking technique, but they never step into the kitchen. Will they become a great cook? Probably not, because knowledge without action changes nothing. Shadowing works exactly the same way. It prepares your mouth, it trains your pronunciation, it improves your rhythm. But shadowing alone doesn't teach you how to answer unexpected questions. It doesn't train you to think quickly, and it doesn't build conversation confidence by itself. That's why some learners sound amazing while repeating, but become completely silent during real conversations. Here's what you should do instead. After every shadowing session, use what you've practiced. Talk to yourself for 1 minute. Describe your day. Record a short voice message. Answer a simple question like, "What did I do today?" Or, "What are my plans for tomorrow?" You don't need perfect grammar. You only need to start using English as your own language. Because that's the real goal. Not copying English forever, but speaking it naturally. So, what does good shadowing really look like? Let's make it simple. Choose English that's right for your level. Listen carefully before repeating. Practice in short, focused sessions. Record yourself regularly. And finally, use those same sentences in your own life. That's the complete system. No secret shortcuts, no magic tricks. Just smart practice done consistently. Before we finish, let's quickly remember today's lesson. Don't choose English that's too difficult. Always listen before you shadow. Focus on quality, not long practice sessions. Record your voice and learn from it. Use English outside your shadowing practice every single day. If you remember these 5 ideas, your next shadowing session will already be much more effective. My friend, if shadowing hasn't been working for you, please don't give up. Don't blame yourself. Sometimes you don't need a completely different method. You only need a better way to use the method you already have. And today, that's exactly what you've learned. So the next time you put on your headphones, don't just repeat English. Understand it, feel it, copy the rhythm, use your real voice, and most importantly, take what you've practiced into real life, because that's where fluency begins. Now I have a question for you. Be completely honest. Which mistake have you been making the most? Type 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 in the comments and tell me why. I read your comments every day, and your answer might help another English learner who's struggling with the exact same problem. If this lesson helped you, share it with a friend who's practicing shadowing too. And if you want to improve your English in a natural, confident way, subscribe to Always Learn with English and join our growing learning family. I'm Heina. Thank you for spending this time with me. Keep listening, keep shadowing, keep speaking. And remember, fluency doesn't come from practicing more, it comes from practicing smarter. I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye for now.